increased debt from $7.3 billion in 2015 to about $28.57 billion as of December 2020. This means that the president incurred about $21.27 billion. The country's exchange rate moved from $197 to a dollar in 2015 to $381 at the end of December 2020, and then increased even more. Now we're even talking $1,000 and even over per dollar. So this entire thing, he was talking about all of these things, and this is what made him led him to make the comment about how the future generations might have to pay the debt. Now look at where we are right now, from where we used to be from that administration right now. Our foreign debt is about to top up to $51 billion. As the president seeks about $7.8 billion loan and €1 million loans, Now, Nigeria's foreign debt is expected to rise further to about $51 billion following this request of the president seeking approval to borrow additional 7.8 billion, which I think already has played out. Now, some financial analysts also debunked the official reasons given for the borrowing, claiming it was rather meant as a bridging loan to cushion the country's current balance of payment crisis. Now, Nigeria's foreign debt as at June 2023 was put at $43.2 billion, while domestic debt is put at 54.1 trillion naira, bringing the public debt to 113.4 trillion naira. Now, this is where we are at right now. Let me know what your thoughts are, and that is exactly what the former president Olusegun Obasanjo had said. Now, yesterday there were talks on social media flying everywhere that fuel price has increased, is going to be increasing to 1,200. They said subsidy has been removed completely. All of this was there. Now, we see that as operators reportedly peg price of petrol at 1,200 naira per litre. That was the first report that was gotten yesterday. Now, we saw that the Nigerian Petroleum Company, NNPC Limited, debunked the reports making the rounds that it planned to jack up the price of premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol, to 1,200 naira per litre. So yes, everyone making the news out there saying it's increasing to 1,200 now. It has been debunked, and reports in some media outlets, excluding, some media outlets did say on Wednesday, that was yesterday, claimed that the National Petroleum Company was in dispute with petrol marketers under the aegis of Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria. Now, the report further alleged that the heart of the rift was the demand by the marketers that the government could come clean to whatever it was still paying, whether or not it was still paying subsidy. And this is a conversation that has lurked for very long. This party is saying you have completely removed subsidy. This party is saying we're still paying subsidy. So there's been, we don't even want to get into all of that right now. But they have come out to debunk the news completely. I watched that on the news as well today. They say Nigerians had a sigh of relief after, it was dismissed by the NNPCL, the reports about the increase of fuel to 1,200 naira per litre. So yes, let your heart be at rest as of this time. And there was an official press release, and it read, no increase in PMS prices. NNPC Limited assures Nigerians. He says the Nigerian National Petroleum Company assures the public that there is no imminent increase in the cost of premium motor spirit, commonly known as petrol. NNPC Limited urges the Nigerians to disregard unfounded rumors and assures them that there are no plans for an upward review of the PMS. Now, so motorists nationwide are advised against engaging in panic buying as there's presently ample availability of PMS across the country. This was signed by the Chief Corporate Communications Officer, and, it was released out there. So yes, let's put that out there. Now, talking about the universities, the whole university saga we were talking about yesterday, where a certain report said, 6 weeks, if you go to schools in Cotonou, you will have in 6 weeks, you have a degree and all of that. Those reports were out there. And it got me to think, no wonder last year, a lot of people were conferred with doctorate degrees, here in Nigeria. A lot of people, doctorate degrees. Some of us even congratulated them, Now we're seeing that the Minister of Education is saying security personnel will go after Nigerians with fake certificates from foreign countries. This is an update of the story we read out here yesterday. And agents will go after Nigerians with fake certificates from foreign countries, already using them to secure opportunities in the country. Now, this was made known by the Education Minister, Tahir Mamman, and he said he was a guest on a national television program, and he described such individuals as criminals and not victims. Of course, he says, I have no sympathy for such people. Instead, they are part of the criminal chain that should be arrested, the minister said sternly. If along the line we can trace that there are people already in the system, for instance, if a particular institution or operator has been operating, say in the last 10 years, we'll check if we can get records of Nigerians who attended that institution. So once they do that, they would start to arrest. That's what they said. They'll arrest them because they are criminals, and they know there is no time frame for criminality. Because we know the standard procedure, 4 years, you go through your educational system and then you're done. But someone tells you are going to be done in 6 weeks. What can you cover the curriculum of 4 years in 6 weeks? You did not report. So now the education minister says it's coming for everyone who had certificates from there. So I don't know if it's either you withdraw it yourself willingly right now and do what you need to do, or you face the wrath of the law. That is what we have right there. I think I'll be opening up the phone lines quite early today, so let's hear you. Alongside that, I'll be reading out more stories. 09073530044 or 09087668888. Now, we also see that. Okay, let's just take the scores. Hello, good morning.
I greet you.
Mr. Sonny the Prince, good morning to you.
Thank you. You see, what Obasanjo said is purely truth.
Okay.
During time of Obasanjo, we inherited a lot of debt from the military. And with the help of Okonjo Iweala and some ministers, so the world was able to forgive us some of our debt.
Okay.
And Obasanjo did not borrow much. And at least he was able to manage the economy to a certain level. And when Yaradua came, he did not borrow much as well. Likewise, good luck. And the economy was booming.
Okay.
Things were better. Money were in circulation. Which time they read budget, you can see inflows of money everywhere. Nigeria was a bit happy, except those that are ingrate, that were not happy during that time.
Okay.
Because with little money, you can go to supermarket and get enough things for yourself and your family. And you still have some money left for your upkeep. And good Lord left the economy, the borrowing around that 6 trillion or thereabout. Then when Buhari came, every minute and seconds. Although during the first time, Saraki did not allow much borrowing. Many of them were against Saraki, that he never want Buhari to work. Under is it Mohammed or whatever? What is that Senate president? He said anything that comes from the executive goes. Under that time, they borrow hell of money to execute project to pay salary. At the end of the day, you don't even see the existence of those money they borrowed in our economy. The roads were bad. No hospital equipment. The rest of the also clinic doesn't have fencing. Doesn't have paracetamol. Confirmed by the wife of the president. And all these places got allocations, got budget in every year, budgetly. And at the end of the day, nothing to show for all the borrowing so far. And now Tinubu has, started borrowing. You told us that once subsidy is gone, that you use the money you save from the subsidy regime to better the life of the Nigerian, fix infrastructure, put. Said that the fare was attacked to 660 naira, 67. And within this period of 7 months, federal government has let under Buhari has borrowed more than 2 times or thereabout. And all the money they got from the subsidy removal, where is this money being going? And for these 7 months, we do not see anything this president administration has put on ground. And they are still borrowing. So I don't know why the world are still granting us the facility of borrowing when they know that the money are not being utilized. So I think that the time has come for the world to stop borrowing us money so that we can look inward. There's a lot of natural resources that have been that is into the hands of individuals. When you the California or whatever that discovered in Borono, is about $17 million per wax or per kilo. That if government should put their energy on that resources alone, it can take care of Nigerians. But they are not looking inward. They are.
Oh no! Please let us know what your thoughts are. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Martha.
Selassie, good morning to you.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
Thank you. I'm okay.
All right.
I want to sincerely appreciate you for always giving us the privilege to call this great radio station. It's not our right, but a privilege given to us, and I won't take it for granted. I want to greet the last caller. He have said the truth. See, what Obasanjo say is the bitter truth. This government, from the time of Buhari, the kind of money that this government borrow, they borrow money and people were busy looking that money. You remember that now? Hadiza Umar, EFCC are inviting her to go and answer questions.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yes.
Former Accountant General of the Federation, he allegedly stole 109 billion. As I'm speaking to you, this man is enjoying with his family. Then we talk of the Nigerian air. All the money they stole in the name of Nigerian air, all these things just disappeared in thin air. Do you remember even Saadia Umar at that time they were feeding school children, even when they were locked down during the time of Corona? Do you remember that they were paying fuel subsidy even when there was total shutdown? So a huge corruption. In fact, there have never been corruption in Nigeria like the history of Buhari. Then come to the issue of fuel subsidy. See, this government came and increased fuel price. There was nothing like removal of subsidy. I'm telling you, Martha, from the day Baba said subsidy is gone, if truly subsidy was gone, I'm telling you, we would have been buying fuel at that time at the rate of 800 or 900 naira per liter. How much is the price of diesel? How much is the price of kerosene? Even the cooking gas now, how much are we buying gas? So these are the things. And I want to blame some people, the people that are alive and some people that are dead. Like Raskimono, he's no more. Yinka Odumaki, he's no more. Mohammed Fani Guy Himi, Ganifa Himi, he's no more. And I pray for Tunde Bakare, Professor Wale Soyinka, and all the people that come out in North Asia occupy Nigeria. Where are they now? By the pain Nigeria are going through. Even this president came out that time protest. He said, kill corruption, not subsidy. He said subsidy is gone. In the history of Nigeria, they have never bought well in this price. They have come and increased. I'm telling you, all this one that they said they are not going to increase in Alayo, this fuel price must go. Because still up to now, it is NNPC that is importing this well. Even other company don't have the dollar, they don't have the foreign to import this fuel that we are buying. And our refinery, they are not working. They say Port Harcourt refinery, they say it's the mechanical that can't work. They haven't started production. They depend on Dangote. Dangote is a businessman. He's not a charity organization that will come and share money to everybody. Even with the Dangote cement, how much are we protecting men? So this government has come and said, had it was opposition that come to power, I'm telling you, we would have seen a lot of road. But this one, because of politics, it's our party now. You know, you can't do this. Maybe the former president will call. He said, this one now, my boy, leave him, let him go. That is it.
Right.
And there's no how a country will move forward if you can deal with corruption and insecurity. Thank you for giving me the privilege.
All right. Thank you, Selassie, for that contribution there. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome.
Mata, how are we?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
All right.
Mata, but I just say that the money we are borrowing, our generation will pay it. If we borrow money to make Nigeria like Dubai, our generation pays it. I prefer it like that. Nigeria like Dubai, I prefer it like that. Obasanjo was there for 8 years. Yar'Adua was there for 8 years. They say they not borrow money. Either they reduce our debt. They have not asked them the question. The money that generated at that time, what did they use it for? We are always concerned. People are borrowing money. Let's ask PDP of 16 years. The money generated when barrel of crude was over $140 per barrel, and we are generating 2.2 million barrels per day. Where are the money? I challenge all their sympathizers to come and tell me 5 legacy projects that PDP did in Nigeria, you can point to in the whole of Nigeria for 16 years of revenue in Nigeria. They did not borrow, they made the borrow. Let me tell you, Kaduna Railway, Kaduna Railway something, they borrow money. Jonathan borrow money. The CCTV does not work in Abuja here today. Jonathan borrow money to do it. They borrow money to regulate, to furnish some airport in Nigeria. They borrow money. That what generated, they siphon it. $2.2 billion for security. Where is it today? They wasted our money, which is what they're responsible. These are borrowing people, blaming people that borrow money, that infrastructure. I can tell you 5 projects where borrow money for. The second Niger Bridge. Since 1960s, they've been promising Niger Southeast, second Niger Bridge. Were they able to do it? Itape to worry that rail. It's been there 35 years. They could not borrow money and did it. Lagos Ibadan Railway, borrow money and did it. Lagos Bekuta Railway, borrow money and did it. Lagos Ibadan Expressway, borrow money and did it. Local bridge that connect Nasarawa with Kogi, that made the journey of 5 hours to be 30 minutes. They borrow money and did it. Ibadan, Kaduna, Zaria, Kano, Abuja here, they borrow money and they are doing it. I can tell you capital project, legacy one, Buhari borrow money for. Let PDP sympathizer tell us 5 legacy projects. They say GSM did not borrow to GSM. They even make money from GSM.
All right.
The only thing I can point to here is this our airport road and Kubwa road. Then the AYA to Karu, expect those visualization. Let them come and say, I can say it again. Okay, I prefer going to borrow money and make Nigeria like Dubai than for us to borrow money and the one we're generating, they have been looted.
All right.
Let them report the money they looted for 16 years could not even do.
All right.
Somebody is saying we have mineral resources. Those resources cannot become something until you use money to do them. They use money to get money.
All right. Thank you right there. If you borrow money to do something tangible, I'm not sure it will be so much of an issue, but let's hear you.
Few seconds. It was Jonathan that complete a way to breathe.
Hold on, Salasi. We're going to respond to all of that, but let others make their contribution as well. Hello, good morning to you. All right, keep it coming through on 09073 53 0044 or 09087 66 8888. You can also be a part of the conversation by sending us a message on WhatsApp on 09097054450. You see, when I always say that, most times when you want to make your contributions here, ensure that you fact check some of these things that you're talking about. Check the facts, check all of those things, a lot before you come to make them as contributions. Again, I always emphasize on the need to listen to understand, not listen to respond to what someone else is saying. And I'll leave it at that. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Martha.
Welcome and thanks for joining us on the show.
Happy New Year.
Same to you, Atese. How are you doing today?
I'm very good. I was not having money. I wanted calling you out, but I said, "Kai, this year no money."
Yeah, no problem. Money will come.
Amen. Right, but the situation in Nigeria, let's just leave everything in the hand of God. That's just the only thing, because if you start from one side, you don't know how to end it. And you cannot just jump from the beginning and go to the end. It's not possible. Obasanjo say the next generation will pay. He didn't need to tell us before we know. We are in trouble. That is just the truth. These people are worried. I always say this thing. This administration, they have nothing to offer. Then they said no. They are confused. This is the only party. This is the second political party that govern Nigeria. And, since the regime of Buhari till now, there is a problem. News everywhere, fighting this one. When PDP was there, we didn't have any case of borrowing. Rather, the money that Nigeria was owing it was Obasanjo that paid that debt. I think the debt was forgiven or something like that. He didn't pay, the debt was forgiven. Yaradua came. We didn't have any case like that until, even when Goodluck came, we didn't have any case like that until this one came. If truly you are borrowing the money, just like the other person said, the last caller said, and you are using the money to do something, and Nigeria is seeing it that yes, our football, the sport association in Nigeria is not growing. Maybe each of the states in Nigeria, they build stadium each, and they say, okay, let's put our football league in order. Nigeria will be happy. They say, okay, this is what they borrow the money for. Now the money that they are borrowing, what are they using the money for? Nobody knows. They say second Niger bridge. Is that what the whole nation will eat? You come to power to come and fix a country. You come to power to come and unite Nigeria. Rather, you come and destroy, create hatred, and leave power. Not just that you leave the power and drop the power for anybody who can rule. You give it to somebody who will back you up. Look at what we are facing. And now, as you are going, turn everything to religion. This one is not my brother. This one is not this. This one is... And what we are facing in Nigeria. You people outside here, you might not even know what is happening. People are dying outside here. No food for people to eat. People are not having jobs. People with family, they are crying up and down. And the government don't care. Now they are telling us that they are not increasing the price of the fuel. How are you sure are you? Is it because they have not announced it? That news that is going everywhere, that news comes from somewhere. And you will see very, very soon that it's true that these people have planned this thing before this thing leaked. Somebody that thing come from a leakage somewhere. Those people are planning it just because they have not announced it. So, Mata, first of all, I want to wish you Happy New Year. Wish every Nigeria Happy New Year. Salasi and every other caller. All the Eagles FM family, our prayer and everybody, and greet the whole Nigeria. Let's leave everything in the hand of God.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Atese. It's good to hear from you in this new year. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Mata.
Yeah, welcome and thanks for joining.
Am I actually hearing this story? Somebody saying they built second Niger bridge. They built what? My dear, see. Second Niger bridge, Jonathan paid 68% of the money of second Niger bridge before he left office. What they did was just completion for 8 years. You know, if there is no government in the history of this country that you can compare with just immediate past government, you know, they borrowed in trillions. We can't see anything they did with it. The railway they are talking about, that is stranding people in the forest, narrow gauge. Go and check who is using that, bring their farm produce from the farm into the upper areas. But they don't use it in the city. So what are you telling us? These people who came on the promise, on the mantra of change. Nigerians still remember what these people promised us. They promised they would create a social welfare program to pay 5,000 to 25 million poor West Nigerians. Did they pay it? Recently, they promised before they reached $800 million that they will share. I don't know how that ended up. They promised they are going to build one of the fastest growing economies in the world with a GDP of 10% per annum. So you now go and check. And other Nigerians can judge. Is Nigeria the fastest growing economy in the world today? Check that for yourself. They promised they will create an empowerment scheme that will employ over 74,000 graduates across the 36 states of the federation. Put it down. They promised they will pay allowances to discharge core members. Don't know how much of that is. They promised to establish a tuition scholarship scheme for people who have shown exceptional aptitude in science subjects. Put that one down. I don't know if Nigerians even still remember this one. They promised creating additional middle class of 2 million homeowners in the first year and 1 million homeowners annually. Did they do that?
All right.
They promised they would build
it's okay.
3,000 kilometers
It's okay with the promises. It's okay with the promises.
See, it's just endless. Which one did they do? No, it's true. You understand? You come on here to come and justify. See, we want the president to probe, ask questions. Where did our money go into? Money were recovered by EFCC. Where did it go to? Money was borrowed. We made money for oil. I don't know, but we should. God needs to help us.
All
That's
right.
the way I end this matter. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your contribution here. Hello, good morning.
But are we making comparison?
Hello?
Government should be. Are we making comparison?
Sonny the Prince.
Government should be a continuity, you understand?
Of course.
You know, when one administration leaves, we expect to see improvement in the next coming administration.
On the works that
Just
have
like
been done by the people.
Yeah, the people that have died under the administration is not up to people that are under Jonathan. Is it what we would hear from leaded minister like Lai Mohammed? We don't know comparison. We don't know what the reason why Nigeria voted PDP out is to usher new government so that they will see changes. And when the new government come for a whole 4 years, it was busy giving us this that PDP embezzle money, busy chasing shadow, arresting, doing bad prayer. At the end of the day, nothing was achieved. And the people said Buhari could not even finish what PDP destroyed in 16 years. And they give him another opportunity. Look at where he has landed us. Buhari, Tinubu came now, they're making comparison. Almost finished finished Abuja already. Buhari come and commission it. It's a continuity. Second Niger Bridge, good luck started the foundation. They have already fixed the whole pillar.
Yeah.
Yes, and this thing was, if Second Niger Bridge people are making reference to, was in conjunction with other German government under Las Vegas. They will put toll gates, use it for a period of so year, and recover the money. It was a joint investment, not direct investment from the federal government. Even when Oshomole was accusing Okonjo-Iweala came to national television to analyze some of this contract, how the contract was awarded, in partnership with China, in partnership with Germany, and stuff like that. A kind of a consensus partnership. Not that this money was borrowed and used the money there. We're all in Nigeria. Matter, I started following happening in this country, start making contribution as early as 1993. I'm not just a layman. I make a contribution in every station, in every radio station. It just recently people join and start making. I can analyze Nigerian for you as it is based on the history of life. So for me, we're not here to make comparison. All government needs is a continuity. When the past administration is bad, we expect that the incoming one will be better. We don't experience to be suffering in incoming administration. So sometimes.
Sorry, Sonny the Prince. We have to go right now so that we can take a few other contributions. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Martha.
Yes, welcome and thanks for joining me.
Yeah, this is Omenudo.
Okay, let's hear you.
My own contribution is that since a lot of us know what is the problem, I've not heard anybody
talk
say
about the solution.
The way forward. We should not be complaining only, but we should be also contributing the way forward.
All right.
How can we come out from this mess we fix ourselves?
All right. So what do you think?
This is the best way to go.
All right. So what do you think we can do to get out of the situation we find ourselves right now?
Since we know all these problems.
Okay. Especially
the election. Why not go and slate all this out in those units where they vote and let the people know that this person you want to vote for, this was what he promised, he couldn't do it. Yeah. You will not go to the polling booth.
You don't know that
politicians will galvanize talks and the rest to vote for them.
So I think we will have to call that there. You don't know that, again, it's a banter. That's why it's called a general open banter. People give out their own opinions on things. That's exactly what the entire program is supposed to be. What do we lack in this country called Nigeria that borrowing becomes what some persons will be defending? If previous administrations borrowed, does it sound right for current administrations to keep borrowing? God bless Nigeria. This is Triple D from Waro. Of course, we have explained it here a couple of times that if it's to serve projects, if it's for development, like GB said, if it is for the purpose of development, no country is an island or can be isolated on its own. And that is why there are policies that allow you collect money from other channels to service this growth or development or whatever it is projects that you have. But the problem here is these monies that are being borrowed are not accounted for, are not properly accounted for. Say, for instance, you're borrowing an amount of money and you're saying, I'm using this for this amount of money. Questions are being asked on how these monies are being implemented in the project or whatever it is you have collected the money for. But the only points we don't get to ask questions for. So you see, borrowing on its own, borrowing in the first place, is not entirely out of place, especially if you have a project that the country cannot fund. But borrowing it for frivolities, borrowing it for mismanagement and things that will not contribute to the overall growth of the country's economy is out of place. So like Sonny the Prince said rightly, if one person, yes, of course, we agree that Jonathan did 90% of the work. We agree that, okay, that is done. He did that right there. But it's not even a bad thing if the other person who comes completes that work. What is now the problem there is if he collects an exorbitant amount of money for a project that is almost completed. So these are the major things. These are the train tracks also. Someone is making a point here saying the train tracks have already been completed. It was already, being set up. It was just completed. Eventually the train services and all of that were already there. It's not a bad thing as long as one person has started. Okay, I started this project. I'm not able to finish it. The next person coming, the next administration should be able to carry on this project. But what again we see as a problem, especially in this part of it, is lack of continuity. When I'm doing this project as my personal project, so that it can be known that I did this project, that's where the problem comes. When somebody else comes, they will abandon your project and continue their project so that they can project themselves in whatever light that they want to. So the moment we see this project as government project, to develop a country, to develop a system, when the other person comes, they will be obliged to continuing in that footstep because it is going to be of positive impact to both the people and the country. But let's take a few more contributions and then we'll be out. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Martha, good morning.
Welcome and thanks for joining us on the show.
Yes, my name is Michael. I'm calling from Nassau.
Michael, it's good to have you.
Thank you so much. Borrowing. Why should we even borrow in the first instance? Why do we need to borrow?
I just explained that right now. Literally just did. But let's hear you.
No. I know you did why we should borrow. But you see, many a times we also forget to ask a question. Those who are generating our revenue, how much are they making? When it comes to the custom, how many are they actually remitting the money they are getting? The revenue generation, are they remitting exactly what they are telling us that they generated? And many a times, just like as you have said, we continue to make these excuses. I mean, if you want to borrow, you borrow based on the project and this and that. But all over, for many a times now, we notice that some of those things are not the truth. You understand? Are not the way we portray it. Meaning that if imagine the National Assembly, buying a car of 150 million. When you start it by, 109 senators, you talk about the House of Reps, and then you ask yourself a question. The one that the ordinary people need to benefit, like all this road, how much are they budgeting in terms of maintenance of roads and building other things that have to affect our lives in terms of even electricity? You understand? So I think these are the things that we need to ask the question very importantly. You understand?
Yeah.
But again, I think finally under this administration, you understand, they should be able to maybe their campaign promises. You understand? Let them begin to implement it and let us begin to feel the impact of. They say, what do they call that? Their own You know, during the year, I know it was 7-point agenda. I don't what do they call their own now? What's the other agenda? Anyway,
renewed hope.
Renewed hope. Nigeria want to see that a renewed hope.
Okay.
You understand? I mean, we need to. There is a hunger in the places, and we need to see that renewed hope. We cannot be talking about the renewed hope when people are hungry. When the poverty all over the place, no job. You know, so we want to see that the renewed hope rapidly. You know, speedily. Let them begin to implement it. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for that
contribution there. We want to see the renewed hope rapidly. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mata.
Yes, welcome and thanks for joining in.
How was your night?
So it's very well, thank you.
My name is Genesis.
Genesis. Ha.
It's Genesis
in the morning.
You know, say me are too young to talk politics.
All right.
I know Sabiam, but honestly, Mata, you know, sometimes if I listen to people, they talk this OT, I just they take them like say we dey waste our time, because honestly, the way they don't program this country, Nigeria, I don't dey tell people where they around me. Anytime, any day where you see this country turn out to be good or better, time they say God himself don't walk out from heaven, come down, come take charge of government affairs wey dey for this country. Because not be say people will go repair this country, no day. Not be say people will go take them to promised land, no day. We go do things better, but because of the bad people and how bad the system is, the way where they don't program the system, you know, go ever carry those people come on board. So, as in, imagine, even one ordinary common Nigeria now go one talk waiting the pain and the way Nigerian government don't they treat the people. You go one talk am on radio, they go they block you. No talk, because they see make the government no do something. But then when they on top, they not even only for Nigeria TV or television, they go even go abroad, do or talk anything where they like. Nobody go question them. But you where they Nigeria here, you go one talk waiting they prepare you. They go they block you. No supposed to talk this one on air. You know they shop this one.
Genesis.
Something where we still know.
Genesis.
So like I said, before this country go turn good or become better, he only take God himself to come down from heaven, come become president of this country. If not, we'll just be waste our time. This country just jungle. Anyhow where you see life, you take them. So I know that's why I know they even bother myself. You know, concern me, because I know say last, nothing what I go do, we go can't. No, the amount of cry what I go cry where anybody go listen.
Right.
So that's just it.
All right, Genesis.
Matter, I see they your back. I be wait for my favorite side. You know, say me, I know they good in this side. I know they.
All right, Genesis, it's good to have you right here. Thank you so much. But again, I don't think that's the right attitude to life, Genesis. There is hope. So giving up completely, saying nothing good can. That's why we're here, and that's why we'll keep talking about it, so that when we see, so that we can see the changes that we want. You see, so we're not a defeated people. So that we just fold our hands and receive everything. We talk